Here we are. Come on in, folks. We see you out there. It's Sunday, the 16th of November.
Sunday.
We're so glad you're here. It's Sunday, the 16th of November. It's time for Sunday Funnies, folks. We've got some great stuff to look through. The Haunt of Fear. We've been on this since the start of October. Looking through these great books, fantastic EC stuff from the 1950s. And if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat. If you have seen it before, hang on and get ready to, relive some of the best comics that have ever been done. So I'm going to run the opening and then we will get things underway. Here we go. It's probably time to redo both of those openings, but come on in, folks. We're so glad you're here. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. We do this every Sunday morning, rain or shine. This is a pre-recorded podcast. I've got a little banner for that. Let me throw that up here. I think maybe not. Nope, maybe not. Nope, that's not going to do it. Let's go back up here. And right there. There we are. No chat reading today. This program was pre-recorded. Thank you very much. I am at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con as we record there. As you're watching this, if you are in the Grand Rapids area, please stop by. If you're at the convention, find me and tell me that you've seen this program. I will happily give you a comic. $5 value, nice color comic for you to take with you, just for watching the show, because I appreciate you that much. We're really glad you're here. Sorry the chat won't be live. We'll be able to, we'll still look at it, and we ask that you still be nice and mind your manners. But we are here to look at Haunt of Fear. Said switching around here. I'm still getting used to these new buttons. StreamYard went through and changed their bells and whistles again, and it gets a little hard to acclimate to it, but we're here. Happy to be here. Happy you're here. If you are here, please hit that like button, hit the love button, whatever platform you're watching us on, please subscribe. Any type of comment, any type of interaction you have with this program goes to help with our visibility and helps with our recommendations to other viewers. Deeply appreciate it. If you would, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. We're not asking for money. We don't ask for chats on the show. We're not monetized. We're just happy to be here, happy to do it, happy to look through these great comics. So we're real happy you're here as well. Also joining us, Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist and publisher. I write books like this one about Jack Kirby, which has extensive interviews, and that's like an interview. I went to see him in his house a couple of times. It's all in there. You can get that on Amazon and New Haven Press. If you go to From My Comic, you'll be able to get a copy of Hatch Annotated. Hatch is a character first started drawing about 40 years ago. It's got some of his early strips there, and it tells you that goes through his story. It's got lots of published and unpublished artwork in it, coloured and pencils and all sorts of stuff. And occasionally I publish magazines about comics. Comics Unlimited, 15 issues of that on Amazon. Get these off eBay, Crikey, and Super Spies. Check them out. Amazon. Check them out.
Well worth the price of admission, folks. Go in there and check them out. It's really good. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi there, my name is Russ Leach. I am the artist on the Atlantean, comic book artist out of the UK. And if you want to find out more about my work, go to russleach.com and sign up for the email list. We've got issue 4 underway, and it's looking really good. So check out the email list by going to russleach.com.
All right. And the Atlantean is based off of the Shadow Kingdom. That is a classic story by Robert E. Howard. I adapted it, and Russ drew it. We took the main characters from that public domain story and continue them on into the Atlantean, and we're building our own little universe around Cull and Brule and that time period. Great sword and sorcery stuff. We're very proud of the work that we've done. 3 volumes are available. The 3rd volume should be available for retail here within the next couple of weeks. The first 2 are already up there, as well as a great hardback version of the Shadow Kingdom. Shadow Kingdom's available in a number of different formats. You can get it in black and white in the same format as you find the Atlantean if you want to keep your collection in the same format. Plus, there's a wonderful digest version of it available over at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Please pick it up and read it. It is a very faithful adaptation. I'm extremely proud of it, proud of our work on the Atlantean in general, and hope that you get a chance to read it and enjoy it. But today we're looking at the Haunt of Fear, and that's going to take me a second to move my camera because I forgot to do it while we were introducing everybody else. We are looking at the Russ Cockrum Haunt of Fears. That were Russ Cockrum collected it all together off of the originals that MC Gaines had in a vault back in the 80s. Put them all out in wonderful hardback and black and white hardback format in a beautiful slipcase cover. If you ever get a chance to buy them, I can't recommend them to you highly enough. You'll have to probably pay a little bit of a premium for them, but they are well worth the cost. There are a number of different, every EC title during that period has their own box set. As you can see by the advertisement in the back of the book. Everything from Weird Science to Mad, and then all of the new trend books as well have that, and it's all the top notch talent of the day, the best of the best, working on at EC Comics. They paid extremely well, and he was able to glean the cream of the talent during that time. Let me redo my name here. There we go. You'll be able to see that. We are on volume 4 of a 5-book set. Each book collects between 4 and 6 issues. This covers issues 18 through 22. You can tell I've had the book out in the sun for a little while. It's got a little suntan there on the spine. I had them out in my foyer for a while and didn't realize the bookcase was exposed to the sun. We are on issue number 21. That great cover. Look at that. Sorry, banging around here a little.
That's the wheel. Yeah. Great cover.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Bring out your dead. Yep.
Bring out your dad. What?
Your dad. What? If I did that, it probably looked like that picture. But anyway.
Yeah, it's it's accurate.
There we are. Sorry, folks. Just getting readjusted a little bit there.
That's it.
Fantastic work. If you haven't seen the EC horror titles, you've definitely missed out on a lot of the best in sequential art. Just absolutely incredible work. I'm going to hide that. There we go. Move the camera up just a little. I think it's still back a little far. There we go. There. Covers were recolored by the original colorist, Marie Severin.
Genius.
For these volumes. Yes, genius. Great little
It's
ad
great.
for Mad.
It's great when you get paid again, isn't it? For the same job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You do this again for me? But I've done that. Yeah, I know. I'm going to pay you. This time I'm going to pay you more.
I used to get produce a magazine called Undercover in the early 90s and Coronation Street. You've heard of that, Russ?
Oh yeah.
I've heard of Coronation Street. Yeah.
No, I've heard of Coronation Street.
I worked on the original magazine, and I used to get royalty checks for sales.
Shit, no.
It was fantastic. I'd get like 600 quid a month, you know.
Good Lord, mate. What a deal that was.
Yeah, fantastic. And that was on top of me designing and co-writing it as well.
That's just, I've been done.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I thought they'd paid me ahead of time when I got the first one.
Really? Oh, God.
I said, "Oh no, that's what did they pay? About 2-3 months behind from from the publication date? Yeah. After all the money was collected.
Yeah,
I do get royalty checks, but not many, and they're not very big.
Not nearly as big as that. That's for sure.
No.
Like to be able to go to McDonald's on my royalty checks.
Back then, that would have been $1,000 a month.
Exactly. This is 600 quid in 1994.
Yeah.
So those were the days.
Those were the days, mate.
The Off-Color Air by Ghastly Graham Ingalls. The old witch as an artist. Ingalls, again, master of the brush, master of mood, and the noir necessary for horror. Really the inspiration for a lot of people that came after him. Wrightson and Kelly Jones. Sam Keith. You see a lot of modern sequential artists' work in this work. This is the inspiration that he pulled from, or they pulled from.
Very wordy again, aren't they?
All the 50s comics were, yeah. They expected to be read. No TV or MTV.
To be read. Yeah.
So the attention span was longer, and that people were looking for different versions of entertainment, and one of those was comics. After World War II, during World War II, that was one of the few means of entertainment for servicemen. They'd carry comics in their backpacks. That's why, and how Wonder Woman became as big and successful as she did. And then after the war, they kept wanting to read comics. And when MC Gaines inherited EC Comics, he decided to start doing comics that he wanted to read. And so they grew up for a very short period of time. They got a very adult and through horror and crime and science fiction comics, and triggered the Comic Code Authority. Wortham and Congress came in and talked about how comics were evil and leading to juvenile delinquency, and just like that,
literally
evil rock and roll.
Triggered.
Yeah, literally triggered.
Triggered.
Inspired whole slews of comic book burnings that the communities would all get together and take their comics from their kids and burn them.
Yeah, nothing authoritarian about that, is there? No,
not at all.
Nothing cultish about that. Everybody
really
burning
the inspiration
books.
For Fahrenheit 451.
Didn't they used to do that in Berlin in 1932?
Yeah, there's another set of people that would like to censor you. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So true. Beautiful work. Look at this car here. Only detail necessary. Just a few little white lines on that.
That's gorgeous.
Beautiful plantation, southern plantation back here at the Hanging Moss.
That house looks like the house in Barbara Stanek, Lee Majors. What's it called?
The Big Valley?
The Big Valley, yeah. That was one of those southern houses, wasn't it? What we used to watch. That was great, the Big Valley.
Oh,
Big
no,
Valley.
I'm not laughing at that. I just, every time anybody mentions Big Valley, there's a scene in Airplane where the character named Johnny is on the phone and he's twisting around. Luke, Jared, there's a fire in the barn. That's right out of Big Valley.
All right. I never saw that.
You never saw Airplane?
No, Big Valley.
Oh, Big
I know.
Valley.
Of course, I've seen Airplane.
Linda Crystal was in it. Was it Linda Crystal? Linda Crystal.
No, it was Linda. Linda was right. Her last name
Linda Evans.
Evans. Yeah, Linda Evans.
Yep. Linda Evans was
right.
The one after Ursula Andress before Bo Derek.
Right. Okay.
that guy's wives.
That is exactly right. Yes. Very much
He
so.
had-
Aptly,
he had an eye.
aptly-
He had an eye for the gorgeous blonde.
Yep.
Who did?
Who else is in that?
The character.
Richard Long.
No, what's he called? The guy, I can't remember his name.
What, Lee Majors?
No,
Remake.
the film director who was married
Oh.
to those girls.
I don't know. Right, okay.
Can't remember his
What,
name.
married to who?
Married to those 3 girls, Bo Derek and Linda Evans and
John Derek.
John Derek. That's the one.
Yeah.
John Derek.
Yeah.
My name's Derek.
There was a whole string of westerns during that period that were incredibly good. I mean, the quality.
Bonanza.
Gunsmoke, Bonanza, High Chaparral.
High Chaparral.
I remember High Chaparral. That was doing reruns on British TV when I
High
was a kid.
Chaparral
The
was
Virginian and the Rifleman. Yeah.
the High Chaparral, along with, I can't remember which came first or which I saw first. But
The chicken.
High Chaparral was, along with Star Trek, was one of the first programs I saw in colour.
Oh yeah.
1967.
Star Trek was my childhood.
Yeah. For me, it was Star Trek
yeah.
and Batman. Batman was one of the first.
Yeah, they started running Batman as well. Yeah, but Star Trek was the thing. That was the thing I was allowed to wait up and
The Man from
watch.
Uncle.
The Man from
Yeah.
Uncle was great. That was by the time it was on the telly, it was kind of like Sunday afternoon stuff for me.
Right.
Yeah, but it was brilliant.
I saw a great article on. Speaking of Man from Uncle, and sorry, this is digressing, but saw a great article on Facebook about Steve McQueen and Robert Vaughn and how tight they were.
Really?
And that there was, and they met on the set of Magnificent Seven. And
Oh.
I would never draw that comparison until I read that article. But there was a time when Robert Vaughn had a huge medical emergency in his family. He couldn't even cover the bills because it was, it was just that big of a deal. And McQueen came in and just quietly covered everything
Really?
on him.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were that tight, and he was
They were that tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Steve McQueen was loaded, wasn't he? He was like
Oh yeah.
the thing for quite some time, wasn't he? It wasn't just like a year or two. He was the star for years and years and years.
Yep. And if you haven't seen, what is it, Wanted, Dead or Alive? That is a TV series Western that McQueen did. That it's just, the first year on that is amazing. And then it got really formulaic real fast. I think it only lasted maybe 3 seasons at most, but he went through and learned how to use. He had a particular weapon that was like a sawed-off shotgun called a mule's leg that he'd have on his hip.
That's because it used to kick like a mule's head.
I'm sure that's what it
on
was.
the recoil.
Yeah.
Recoil was used to kick like a mule. Yeah.
But you watch an episode of that, and he knows that weapon just so well. He's able to just slap it onto the side of his thigh and hit the holster. It's just amazing to sit
Sounds
and
like
watch
a guy I
him.
know.
A couple of movies you've watched.
Steve McQueen
Anyway.
tried to convince the director on The Great Escape that he could get over that fence.
Really?
But he wasn't allowed. He did some of the jumping, as you can see, but he doesn't
Right.
do the one where he fails because
No.
they wouldn't cover the insurance. But he said, I can get over that fence.
Yeah.
And I believe him from what I've read about it.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
that's
like
not in the
Cruise.
script, mate.
Yeah.
You don't get away.
That's right. Yeah.
It's just like Tom Cruise. He's the same way. He does all those.
Yeah.
Much of that.
Yeah, I have to say, I've found myself liking Tom Cruise more as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
He has to go through a whole series of insurance waivers before they'll let him do anything like that. But back to the story. Here we go.
Wow, look at that
Woohoo!
background lighting on that second panel onto the porch there. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's just so
It's
good.
all feathering by a brush here, or maybe a very loose-tipped quill pen.
I just love how black it is.
So
Yeah.
just scratchings here.
You know, the depth of the inks, and I don't know what they've done. It can't have been like that when he inked it.
What do you mean?
But it can't have been that black.
Oh yeah.
You know, they must have added something to it in the process of printing it.
No, I'm sure he turned in the pages just like this, all solid.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
would think so.
Yeah. These are shot right off of the originals.
Don't forget, they used
Wow.
to use real stuff then, Rust, instead of all this.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the crap I'm using.
all the watered down stuff now. You know.
No computers, all by hand too. So
Yeah.
even the lettering has the little lettering guide that they use is very mechanical.
Yeah.
And no computer lettering needed there.
Look, we were talking about staircases earlier, weren't we? Or the other day, I should say. Look at that top right white S. That S where that's isn't that fantastic? That stairwell.
Beautiful use of negative space there too.
Yeah.
No outline needed.
And that bottom panel, the last panel as well, the black on there.
Isn't that beautiful?
What good is that?
Yep. It's gorgeous stuff.
Wow.
Window here. Reflection. Ingalls is
definitely drawing two up though, isn't he? Look at those strokes. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that last panel there, that girl's face.
Yeah. Wow.
It's beautiful. Again, just a little light feathering here. There's no zip screens. This is all line work laid in by hand. All the backgrounds, brush work or thin pen. With the hair here as well. That's how I learned to ink hair. Was off
Fantastic,
of this. Yeah. Never get tired of looking at this stuff for everything that it can teach you, you know, especially if you work in the business. You need to go back and look at this older stuff all the time, not just for technique, but for inspiration. You know, and we follow up Ghastly Graham Ingalls by Jack Davis, who's did a lot of horror work during this time. Went on to be a big commercial artist, did a number of movie posters that you'll instantly recognize. Very iconic.
Bloody art.
Worked for MAD for many, many, many decades. Doing work.
Jack Davis.
Did everything from TV Guide, every kind of commercial artwork, I think, that you'll find Davis did something in back then. Movie posters, magazine covers, illustration work, whatever he could do.
There's a lost art, hey?
Look at that. Yeah, look at that bottom left panel. It looks like a cross between Abraham Lincoln and Jesus, doesn't it, that guy?
Yeah.
The one over, the main shot.
Yep.
Abraham Jesus.
Yeah, Abraham Christ. Wow.
It's being experimented on. Right, I guess it was it successful? The operation was a success, my friend. And now you now have multiple lives of that poor cat.
He's transferred his multiple lives from a cat.
Yeah, transferred the 9 lives over. So he's going to shoot him to make sure.
Bang. Yeah. 8.
Right through him.
Wake again. So he turns into a daredevil. There he goes. It'll kill him for sure. The fool.
The fool.
Crazy idiot. This time he's gone too far. He's dead. Send him to the morgue.
Jim.
Yeah. He's no Jim there, but he's dead.
But not as we know it.
Doc wasn't around to take my corpse away. Luckily, I came to in my 6th life just before they drained the blood from my body. Hey, choke. At least he's keeping count. all of these stories were seven pages long. I think there was one story that goes to 9 pages, but all of them 7 pages long and have a twist ending to the end of them. And the narrator here always has a bookend front introduction and an out epilogue to it. Go ahead, Glenn.
Genius of storytelling.
Yes.
On the first page, last panel, where you don't see the violence, but you can see the violence. And someone in the left by stabbing him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you can. It's visceral. It's hideous, but you can't actually see the stab. You can't see the gore. Yeah. No, it's very well done.
The last the coffin. It's the last time he can die, and gasp, expect to return. This is my 8th life, gasp. When I revive, gasp, I will be on my 9th life, my last life, my final eternal death at its end, gasp. But I'm rich now, thanks to that poor cat lying dead on the table next to me. That he's on his 9th life, but they buried him.
So you forgot the cat's life.
Oh my good Lord, that cat, it died once. It only got 8 lives from it. Only 8. No, let me out of here. That's choke why he choked, coughed, Doc laughed. Yag. So he's been down there for over an hour, folks. This oxygen is gone by now. Hey, Ed, did you hear something? A faint scream? Huh? Must have been a cat you heard, Phil. He says. So, and that's my Yelp yarn fiends. Ulrich counted his 9 lives very carefully. Trouble is, he only had 8 to play with. Poor pussy used up 1 when they dug up Ulrich at the end of the 3 hours. He was dead. All right, for good, too. Now I'll turn you back to the old witch for more meows. And listen, here's a tip. Make like you're reading her column. If you don't, you may Angora. You may Angora. We get that middle here again with that weird fantasy ad and that many photocopied picture stories from the Bible ad. Out of 8, out of sight. Old witch niche. Here's a horror yarn. That's a corker. This is Jack Kamen and Bill Elder. Bill Elder must be inking on this.
Yeah.
It's throbbing again. Camera gets excited.
And then it throbs.
There we go. Bill Elder, mainly known for his work on Mad Magazine, did a lot of inking work here for EC for a while until he started working full-time on Mad. Did that for about a decade or so. Went on to be a big commercial artist as well, just like Jack Davis. Shading work. Yeah, you can see the Elder in this. It's amazing to see the two of them together.
I'm sure I saw a documentary thing about Jim Davis a while back. And
Probably, yeah. Good.
He was approached to do the cover of, I'm not sure which magazine it was, sort of Time magazine, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to do it, but the money was too good to turn down, he said.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't think they'd ask him again, and he ended up being the person who had most cover credits or something.
It might be TV Guide.
So, yeah,
Over
he did
time.
about 160 or something over the years or something.
He did an incredible amount of TV guide covers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many time covers he did. I'm sure we can look that
I
up.
might be wrong about the time, but it was a magazine like that. You know,
Big name.
What do we call it? Like a highbrow magazine rather than dare I say it, a comic. You know, something. I mean. And he said
Right.
he was getting loads of money. They offered him loads of money. He couldn't turn it down. And like I say, he ended up being the most, having the most covers of all the artists who had covers, you know. So, nice little sideline if you can get it.
Yeah.
Jack Davis, cartoonist, friendly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born December 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia. As a child, he enjoyed listening to Bob Hope on the radio and tried to draw him despite not knowing what Hope looked like. John Burton Davis Jr. is an American cartoonist and illustrator known for his advertising art, magazine covers, film posters, record album art, and numerous comic book stories. He was one of the founding cartoonists for Mad in '52. His cartoon characters are characterized by extremely exaggerated anatomy, including big heads, skinny legs, and large feet.
Yeah.
We all know what that means. Yeah.
And he only died 9 years ago.
Yeah, 2016, at the age of 91. Davis saw comic book publication at the age of 12 when he contributed a cartoon to the readers page of Tip Top Comics #9. After drawing for his high school newspaper and yearbook, he spent 3 years in the United States Navy during World War II, where he contributed to the Daily Navy News. Attending the University of Georgia on the GI Bill, he drew for a campus newspaper and helped launch an off-campus humor publication, Bullsheet. Great name for a magazine. That's fantastic. Which he described as not political or anything, but just something with risque jokes and cartoons. After graduation, he was a cartoonist intern at the Atlanta Journal, and he worked one summer inking Ed Dodd's Mark Trail comic strip, a strip which he later parodied in Mad as Mark Trade. That was a naturalist comic strip that ran for many, many years. King Features currently still publishes a very badly drawn version of Mark Trail to this day. It's just a sad strip compared to what was. In '49, Davis illustrated a Coca-Cola training manual, a job that gave him enough money to buy a car and drive to New York. Attending the Art Students League of New York, he found work with the Herald Tribune Syndicate as an inker on Leslie Shatter's. You know this person. Leslie Shatteris, the Saint comic strip. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Charteris. The Saint comic strip drawn by Mike Roy in
Leslie Charteris.
Yeah. His own humor strip, Beauregard, with gags in a Civil War setting, was carried briefly by the McClure Syndicate. After rejections from several comic book publishers, he began freelancing for William Gaines EC Comics in 1950, contributing to Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear, Frontline Combat, Two-Fisted Tales, Piracy, Incredible Science Fiction, Crime Suspense Stories, Shock Suspense Stories, and Terror Illustrated.
You know, you were saying before about you learned something on this program. I just looked up Leslie Charteris. I thought it was English. Well, he's British Chinese. His name is Leslie Charles Bowyer Yin.
Wow.
Huh.
And he's, how about that, eh? He's born in Singapore.
Fantastic.
Wow.
His mother was English and his dad was Chinese. How about that? Never knew that. Leslie Charteris.
In 2011, Davis told the Wall Street Journal about his early career and breakthrough with EC, quote, "I was ready to give up, go home to Georgia and be either a forest ranger or a farmer. But I went down to Canal Street in Lafayette, up in an old rickety elevator and through a glass door to entertaining comics where Al Feldstein and Bill Gaines were putting out horror comic books. They looked at my work and it was horrible. And they gave me a job right away. Every time you went in to see Bill Gaines, he would write you a check when you brought in a story. You didn't have to put in a bill or anything. I was very, very hungry and I was thinking about getting married. So I kept the road pretty hot between home and Canal Street. I would go in for that almighty check, go home and do work, bring it in and get another check and pick up another story. The actual cross street to Lafayette was Spring Street, not Canal. It says in parentheses. Davis was particularly noted for his depiction of the Crypt Keeper in the horror comics, revamping the character's appearance from the more simplistic Al Feldstein version to a rougher, craggier, mangier man with hairy warts, salivating mouth, and oversized hands and feet, who usually didn't wear shoes. Among the classic horror stories he illustrated were Foul Play, which we just looked at last episode, which was cited by Dr. Frederick Wortham's book Seduction of the Innocent for the depiction of a comic book baseball game. Others like Taint the Meat, It's the Humanity, Death of Some Salesman, Fair Tonight, followed by Increasing Cloudiness, Tight Grip, and Lower Berth were Crypt Keeper classics. He did the covers for every issue of Crypt from issue 29 to 46. And in his work for Harvey Kurtzman's War Comics, he tackled a variety of subjects and had a particular affinity for depicting American Civil War stories. He also did many covers for Frontline Combat, Two-Fisted Tales, Incredible Science Fiction as well. The editors, William M. Gaines, Albert B. Feldstein, and Harvey Kurtzman have said he was the fastest artist they had in those days, completely penciling and inking 3 or more pages a day at times.
Wow.
Well, hold on. What? These pages?
Yeah. These pages.
Yeah.
3 a day?
3 or 4. Inking 3 or more pages a day at times is what it says.
Was time slower then? What's going on?
Forget, maybe his day was 18 hours.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I bet it wasn't.
Should be back here looking at this work here while we're talking about him. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just classic stuff. Time. His use of the brush to create depth and mood was unique and memorable. His wrinkled clothing, scratchy lines, and multi-layered layouts were so popular in the 50s that other artists at rival companies began copying the style. Notably, Howard Nostrand and Harvey's horror comics. In the late 50s, Davis drew Western stories for Atlas Comics. His 1963 work on the Rawhide Kid, issues 33 through 35, was his last for non-humor comic books. His style of wild, free-flowing brushwork and wacky characters made him a perfect choice when Harvey Kurtzman launched Mad as a zany, satirical EC comic in 52. He appeared in most of the first 30 issues of Mad, all 12 issues of Panic, and even some work in Cracked. Davis contributed to other Kurtzman magazines like Trump, Humbug, and Help, eventually expanding into illustrations for record jackets, movie posters, books, and magazines, including Time and TV Guide. In 1959, he completed an 88 card set of humorous cartoons for Topps Chewing Gum Company called Wacky Plaques. I think that was Wacky Pack. Also, a 66 card monster themed set called You'll Die Laughing, and a 66 card set of Funny Valentine cards in 1960. Davis illustrated another 66 card set of Funny Valentine cards in 61, a set of giant Funny Valentine cards in 64. He illustrated a set of Nutty Awards postcards, also released by Topps Chewing Gum Company. And in 1980, he helped illustrate a set of Topps Bazooka Wanted posters. Davis illustrated 2 children's picture books, Bobby and the Magic Pen and the Misadventures of Don Quixote, both still available online. also has a first published book of his sketches on Amazon, the Jack Davis Sketchbook of Untold Spooky Ghost Stories. Davis enjoyed his sketches more than his final artwork because he felt it represented his creative talents. In 1961, Davis wrote, drew, and re-edited his own comic book, Yak Yak, for Dell Comics. In 1965, he illustrated Meet the North American Indians by Elizabeth Payne, published by Random House as part of their children's setup book line. And Davis appeared in 29 of the first 33 covers of Mad. We already covered that. Davis had a regular comic strip feature Superfan Pro Quarterback magazine. In Pro Quarterback magazine in the early 70s. It was written by Mad cohort Nick Meglin. Davis first worked for TV Guide in 1965. Let me skip through this. We're taking too much time. Which featured icons such as Johnny Carson, Dean Martin, fictional characters such as Dr. Kildare, Napoleon Solo, and Maxwell Smart. His first cover for the magazine came in 1968 when he depicted a tribute to Andy Griffith, in which the actor was hoisted on the shoulders of his co-stars Don Knotts and Jim Nabors. Davis recalls, every assignment was a thrill because TV Guide was the top magazine in the country. I couldn't wait to get my little MG World album, my little MG, and drive from New York to the magazine's offices in Radnor, Pennsylvania, to show the editors my latest design. I felt like the luckiest guy in the world. Davis would contribute 23 covers for TV Guide from 1968 to 1981, and in 2013, the magazine honored him in a retrospective in which it recounted his history with the publication and spotlighted some of his most memorable covers, including those depicting Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, Davis's childhood hero Bob Hope for a cover on Hope's history with the Oscars, and Bonanza. Years later, while watching a TV interview of Hope, Davis was gratified to notice that his Hope cover was displayed on the back wall of the comedian's office. It was one of the proudest moments of my life, recalled Davis. Davis created the cartoon Bee, which in decal form appears on the flanks of all the buses in the Bee line running from Westchester to New York City. A Westchester resident at the time, Davis lived directly adjacent to one of the Bee line's bus routes, and he mentioned in an interview how gratifying it was to see his own artwork drive past his window several times every day. Similar synchronicity happened when Mad moved to 1700 Broadway, where the magazine's fifth-floor production department was next to a wall 3 feet away that had previously been the location of an immense Davis cartoon for a bank advertisement that towered 6 stories over 53rd Street.
Wow.
Then it goes on in Wikipedia to explain his other career posters and cover art. Davis created the cover art for the New Christie Minstrels album for Columbia Records, cover art for the Johnny Cash album, Everybody Loves a Nut. Davis also created album artwork for such musicians as the Guess Who, Tito Puente, Sail Cat, and the Cowsills, as well as such comedians as Bob and Ray, Archie Campbell, Don Imus, and Myron Cohen. He also provided the artwork for several Sheb Wooley's comic albums as his character Ben Colder. In 1974, Davis provided artwork for Alco Records printed advertisements for the Genesis album, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. During his tenure at Mad...
Wow, Genesis album.
Huh? Yeah, Genesis album.
Genesis, wow.
The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. While Davis resided in St. Simons Island, Georgia, he sketched various characters and mascots for the College of Coastal Georgia, Brunswick. Right, Davis grew up, went to college in Georgia. They married Dina. His wife Dina moved to St. Simons Island in the 90s. They raised 2 children, daughter Katie Davis Lloyd and son Jack Davis III, who gave the cause of his father's death on July 27th of 2016, age 91, as complications from a stroke. And then they go on to list all of his awards, which we really don't have time to get into. Anyway, back to Jack Kamen and Bill Elder doing some great work here. Look at that lighting. Again, all line work here. No gray tones. All just fantastic inking work. Elder was amazing, an amazing inker and artist as well. They were all great back then, showing off their best stuff, and I'm sure they were showing each other's stuff around, constantly trying to one-up each other.
Oh no, she's fallen in front of the train. Oh.
Yep. And he laughed about it.
Yeah.
Jane, come back. No. And then the sudden strange feeling.
Read the last panel. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
The bottom left panel. Peter watches horrified.
And delight bursting out in laughter, and the beginning of an idiotic, evil enjoyment that would only end in boredom and the uncorking once again.
It says under the side, it says horrified as the knife-like wheels of the subway train passed over Janet's neck, severing her head from her body.
Lovely.
I'll say it again, it needs a code, this comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. Outrageous.
Shocking.
And we finished this issue out with The Vault of Horror, The High Cost of Dying by George Evans.
Wow.
Again, another amazing artist.
Yeah.
This is all hatch work here, all line work.
You can see Bernie Wrightson looking at this stuff, can't you?
Oh, absolutely.
They're like woodcuts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't Evans. This says this has got Reed Crandall signature on it here.
Right.
So this is Reed Crandall here.
Right.
Sure looked like George Evans to me, but
the Reed Crandall won't be to do with the guy, the narrator, will it? Because he wouldn't just sign one drawing, would he?
Oh, the writer? No, that's the artist. Yeah. These were all written by Feldstein, Kurtzman, and Gaines.
Yeah.
Mostly Gaines and Feldstein on the horror stuff. Kurtzman was busy on the war and humor material. And then Feldstein was doing horror and science fiction.
Come on.
Look at that bridge.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. Yeah. Crandall again, another great artist, went on to do a ton of magazine illustration and book illustration work.
Yeah.
It's right up there with his ink work. I think it's right up there with Frazetta's ink work. Just beautifully done.
Look at that fantastic shadow on that. That top left panel, on the right hand page, where you see that one there. Yeah, come out the shadow that's cast. Fabulous.
Yeah, it is.
Gorgeous water as well.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
fabulous.
I just love this bridge.
Yeah.
That should have been a double page spread, that shouldn't it? It'd been really good.
Yeah. It's gorgeous work. Lighting on that body.
Copper looks like he's got a U-bend section on his head.
Yeah.
Nigel U-bend.
That's the one. We've eaten nothing all day, Papa. Well, I've got this stupid Rip Van Winkle hat on. Eat that.
Eat it.
Look at that centre panel there. You are Henri Corbett. You have blown them to little pissers.
This is.
I will say this only once. Oh Lord. Oh Lordy.
Medical students will especially welcome her body. So I suggest you raise the money, monsieur, quickly. Bury her. I choke, I cannot. I've tried, I can't even buy food for the children.
Sturdy girl
don't-
still, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a fool. Said Corbett. Take her to the conservatory yourself tonight. Line your own pockets with the 75 francs at least. You will be able to feed your children. Knowing what they will do to Suzette, sobbed, how can I? She is dead, monsieur. She will never know. Good evening. Till tomorrow, then. Till tomorrow.
Oh dear.
I think of the children. Marie. Oh yeah, that's the cover. He's taking her body to the university for experimentation. Good. How much do you want? But you always pay 75 francs. Oh, so now he starts collecting bodies? Early the next morning, Pierre and Marie ate heartily, the first good food they'd had in months. Bought them dresses and everything. Said she wanted to be buried on a beautiful day. Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye, Suzette. That moment.
Ma crêpe Suzette.
Conservatory of Medicine, eager, curious, prospective doctors cut and sliced and probed the new body that had arrived that night. At that decisive moment, the dean of the Paris Conservatory of Medicine on his daily
And a
tour of the
chocolat.
Academy of Medicine stopped before the newly purchased body, now lay completely dissected, and shrieked, "It is the Commissioner of Health." I
I don't understand what's happened there. What's happened?
think they swapped him for the professor of the University of the Commissioner of Health. But it looked like
The girl.
for Suzette, they buried Suzette.
Oh, so he's buried. So he's got the money, but not allowed her to be cut up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my Yelp yarn friends. Henry took a walk that night to try to decide what to do, and the solution, shall we say, dropped into his lap. Of course, he had to coax the commissioner to drop dead. That is, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Just use your little old imaginations. And now it's time to close the door of the vault until next we meet, which will be in the Crypt Keepers mag, Tales from the Crypt. Till then, as the Undertakers say, have a nice morning. MOUR.
Mange too, Rodney. Mange too.
Wow, look at that.
On to Hunt of Fear number 22, another ghastly cover. Look at that coloring on that. Really nice. Another great ad here by is that Davis? Oh, again. Yeah, I'm sorry. Knocking. It's camera.
Yeah, blame it on the camera.
Yeah,
I just can't get the staff.
yeah.
I know. It's just everywhere, mate.
Are we good?
Yep.
We should be good. It looks good here.
Yep, it's okay. Yep.
Wish you were here. Another ghastly story.
Ghastly.
Looks like a car made out of body parts, faces, heads for wheels. This old witch, this little ghoulish thing driving it. crazy. Another staircase.
Wow. There's so much black in it, though. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Look at the wave he gets here in the hair. Just
Yeah.
great. That feather.
Wow.
And again, no gray screens. This is all line work and brush work, mostly brush work. Done 2 up.
Yeah, gotta be.
Little bit of thin white paint here on this flask. Just fantastic.
Oh, this is a retelling of the monkey's paw, isn't it?
Looks like it, yeah.
You know that story. Don't wish for him to come back.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh no.
This one's going longer than 7. Look at that line work. Holy. Look at that. You see that kind of a dry brush effect here. Thicker lines. No need for a outline here on the side of his face.
Yeah. Very Gene Colan, isn't it?
Very much. I'm sure Gene saw a lot of this. He came in
Yeah, I'm sure,
right
yeah.
at the very end of the EC line. He did a couple of stories.
Mm.
When was that? About 58?
I think closer to 54.
Oh, right. Oh, before. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, before the code, wasn't it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, before the code. Kubert and Alex Toth come in too and did a couple of stories during that period.
Right. Wow. So she wished for him to come back as he was just before the accident, and he was actually dead at the time because he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Enid, you wished me alive. You shouldn't have. Why didn't you leave me well enough alone? Oh, Lord, the pain. What is it, Jason? What's wrong? You wished me alive, and I am alive, only I've been embalmed already.
Oh.
I have no blood. My veins, arteries are filled with formaldehyde.
Oh, God. Imagine that.
Oh,
She's a pain, this woman, isn't she? She keeps getting it wrong.
yeah. Look at that pen.
Yeah, it's lovely,
No
isn't it?
borders needed.
And look at the bottom left, just underneath it, where the light's coming up from the floor on the
Yeah.
coffin. Wow.
Just phenomenal. Folks, that's really why we like looking at all of this stuff, is for these
Yeah.
kind of techniques and angles and composition. Just phenomenal work. Ran a rare 8th page here.
Oh, dear.
Stop the pain, the pain. Didn't kill me, Enid. Nothing will kill me. You wished me alive. I must stay alive. Oh, please do something. The pain. How does she get rid of him? It stumbled. Lifted wildly, cut, dig.
Oh, no.
Do something, Enid. Something. And even when Jason could no longer make a sound, when Enid's frantic hacking had reduced him to a million severed sections, each section still moved and jerked and quivered with life, Mr. Shiner found her that way when he returned, cutting. Good Lord, choke. Mr. Shiner and the others, the men in the white coats that came to take it away, never
Ah.
noticed the tiny severed sections pulsating. They were still moving when they took her away. Hee hee. Anybody interested in buying a second-hand jade statuette cheap? Maybe you can use it wisely. Think a moment. What would you wish for? Now think again. What devilish way could your wish come true? Still want it? Well, it's for sale. There's a little shop in Hong Kong with a weird old Oriental proprietor. Drop in sometime. Tell him I sent you. Show him your EC Fan Addict club pin. We'll
And a photograph.
What a great bit of
real
cross
good time.
sale there. That was really impressive.
Nudge, nudge. Chessmate.
Look at
Yes,
that body on the
George
bottom there, lying on the top of the panel. Isn't that fantastic? Those shoes. Wow.
This is George Evans. This is probably Johnny Craig. Here,
Yeah.
picture paste. And it looks like him, at least. It looks like his style. Chessmate. Love the hat. Really stands out.
Look at that head in the center there, the back of it, with the shine on it.
Yeah. Again, another great artist. George Evans is really known for his work on biplane comics, World War or war comics. Went on to do a lot of work during the and after this for DC Comics. I think he was on Enemy Ace, I think, after Kubert.
Enemy Ace. I remember that.
Baron von Richthofen.
Yeah.
Another great DC property that practically nobody pays any attention to. That's just beautiful.
They
Gorgeous.
probably don't even know it's there, do they?
Yeah, probably not.
The incumbent, they won't have been down to the archive, will they?
Yeah. Well, Gunn's been digging some obscure stuff up, so you never know.
Yeah, a bit. He's a bit like the monkey paw story, though.
Yeah. Oh,
he's digging it up. But look at how they come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that guy called in Ghostbusters who died? Is it Raimi? The actor. The one with the glasses. Well, that guy.
Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis. That's it.
It looks like him, doesn't it? That guy there. Can you see straight ahead on the first page, center panel? Yeah. Or maybe Jonathan. What's he called? The disgraced guy, Russ. Jonathan King.
Jonathan. Yeah, it's more like Jonathan King. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, and look at what we've got coming from you from the States today. Small children.
Okay.
That's Jonathan King for you.
Reggae.
No wonder they had him on the beeb, eh?
Yeah.
God. Unfortunately, they've got form. Oh, no, not that sound. That's horrible.
That sound.
Yeah, that's all right. That's better. That's a bit more, it's a bit more acceptable.
Look at this last panel here. Yeah, I'm going to draw his feet. There we go. That's fantastic. They didn't want to cut him off. It's like, I'll just finish this body up. But this guy, no.
No, he doesn't get feet.
No, this guy gets feet. Oh, and look at there. I don't think that's a grayscale. I think that's lines. I'd have to look at that with my other glasses. That might be a Zipatone screen. Probably is, because I think there's a zip screen here in the next one. Oh yeah, yep, that's zipatone back here, just to add some dimension, drop it back a little bit. The shading work on the body, though, this is all cross hatching. The gray tone here,
Wow.
and look at that little thin line work. Just phenomenal stuff. Brushwork.
Wow.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Look at that. You know, you were just showing that cross hatching. Look at the guy in the distance. Look at the jacket, the arm and that jacket. Where I'm the same. That one, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Look at the arm on that. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Not just that, but look at the way he drops these figures back. Real solid here, a little bit thinner here, very thin here, back to a gray tone. Just showing fields just beautifully.
Well, if you just go back a page, he does it. I meant to comment on it. The way he does it, just go back a page. That one, bottom where your left hand is, bottom left panel. Bottom left. Look at the way the only black is on the guy. The rest of it all in got light. You know, it's not.
And the other main character's hair.
Yeah,
you know, just a touch.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Even the tie back here is line work to drop it back some, so you get away from the solids.
Yeah.
Obviously, the main focus is on that guy and his hat.
Yeah, and on the next panel, it's great the way the feet come out of the black floor.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This gives you ideas all the time, doesn't it?
Just slightly lower. Here's the 2 on that's the corner of the page here. And he just finished off the figures and dropped the border line there. I'm not sure if he didn't put those in himself, these lines, because they're thinner. Before, they would always have thick panel borders.
Yeah, they used to spoil it.
Nice line here, yeah. And he's using it very sparingly. Along here, there's no bottom panel at all, or bottom panel border. There's no panel borders on this whole page.
Again,
this whole panel is gorgeous.
Yeah, but the last panel as well. The very last panel is come out of it. Brilliant.
That would really open the artwork up, though. You know, it would make it breathe a little bit more. Very much an artistic choice. Look at this guy here, half covered in shadows.
And look at the last panel where the eyes are lighting up under the shade of the hat.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How casual is that? That looks like a real casual pose. He's got his head tilted back, just as you can see the spine isn't straight up and, you know, just straight up and down. Makes it look a lot more realistic. And here he's turned.
Fabulous observation.
Yeah, the panel before it, the way that the shadow of the tree doesn't go to the bottom of his trousers, but that one,
yeah.
Brilliant.
Just phenomenal choices. And here, just a little bit of wiggle, just a little bit of action lines cut out of the zipatone, just to show you he's moving his hand. There. We'll rope off the park and erect a bandstand right around the bench and pray it doesn't rain. Yeah. All right, Doc, but I'll be prepared just in case. I'll never be able to face them if it's really thin line work combined with the heavy shadows. Oh, look at that sequence. That's a beautiful, that bottom tier. It moves on its own.
Yeah, all his gestures are real, aren't they?
Yeah. This the whole stance is his understanding of anatomy is phenomenal. Very relaxed. And look at the crowds here. Tuba.
What happened when he took his hat off?
and the crowd staring at him in horror and disgust and revulsion as he removed it. There's something under his hat. Good Lord, choke. Another good Lord. And the 2 shots that rang out. Oh my God, don't. Oh, look at that. That's typical for EC at the time. I never figured on the parade or the flag, or else I would have not let him come. There was a reason why he was wearing that big hat. He had another head connected to the top of his head.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
It's Zaphod Beeblebrox.
Who's the man with 2 brains?
That's why Zeb always wore a high hat to cover his other head. And that's why he was such a mental marvel. He had 2 brains, but it could never face you all, knowing you knew his secret. So he shot himself.
Oh.
Get it, kiddies? That's why there were 2 shots. In order to commit suicide, Zeb had to blow both his brains out.
So so he shot himself twice in the head. How do you do that?
Or shot himself twice in the heads.
Yeah. Well, that's Doc's story, and he's glad he got it all off his chest. Of course, we still can't sleep at night with a Knight. He keeps looking at Zeb lying in the gutter with the 2 neat queen holes in his heads. Oh my, a king back. What awful pawns. I'd better turn you back to the old witch, as the bebopper said when he saw the New York skyline. Dig that crazy chess set.
I just realized something on the previous page. The bottom 2 panels are the same panel. They just put a split in it.
Yeah, so that just the whole tier moves.
Yeah.
Along with your eyes, the scene switches.
Yeah.
Here, and then you get to see the whole crowd as your eyes go across it. Just genius work, really. Sequential work. Here we are, Weird Fantasy again. That little text piece and the picture stories from the Bible right at the middle of the book. Grim Fairy Tale by Jack Kamen with Howdy Doody. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Instead of a mirror, mirror on the wall, it's that evil TV set. Talking to her. I used to think you were, sweetie, but now Snow White has got you beat. Yep. Pair of rabbit ears that are literally rabbit ears.
Somebody was looking at this when they wrote the trick, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody cramps my style around this joint. Nobody. Here, boy, deliver this eraser notice to the Royal Axeman and make it snappy. What's the name of this story again? It's got to do with an axe, I'll bet.
Summit.
Oh, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Okay. Look at the cartooniness he's getting into here.
Great falls again.
Fun doing this. Yeah. He's sweeping this stuff under the panel. Yeah, that's hilarious. And he's standing on the panel border here. And he's sweeping it under the panel border rug. Oh, look at that. Cartoony creatures. Whisper, whisper, I love you. Blue. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Now who's fairest of them all? Snow White, lady. She's still clicking. Soft-hearted axeman went and turned chicken. Did you chop off her head? Answer me. Such a question. Of course, I know my job. I'm a 20-ear man. Yeah.
Oh.
My magic mirror set with the synchro lock rectifying Tourette tuner told me Snow White is still fairest. So she looks good even without a head. So sue me. Liar,
These
liar.
last few stories, just the artwork is just phenomenal.
Yeah. And the stories are particularly a little more gruesome than usual. I mean, that the foul play one a few issues back was pretty bad, but these are getting pretty gory.
Yeah.
Look at the second page, the center, the way that cloak sweeps on the girl.
Yeah.
Isn't that just wonderful?
Through a toilet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't it fantastic, that?
This will be the neatest trick of the week. Tell you no lies. A miserable little novel. G.I. Bill, no doubt. I'll open this miserable little door. Crash. Oh, there's a lot of floating heads there. Oh, there's 7 dwarfs. Look at that. I wonder if they're
Check
patterned.
them out.
Hi ho ho he. It's home from work we flee.
Wow,
We
look at
work
that
all
bottom panel.
day and get no pay. That's all tax free.
That bottom
With the
panel
little
where they're
funny
all
animals
walking.
here. This guy holding his ears. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Like animation.
Yeah.
That's when comics are at their best. When you think they're moving, even though they're not.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's fantastic.
It's just great. Windows are clean. The beds are made. The clothes are put away. Our EC comics stacked neatly. Good Lord. Look on the bed. A beautiful girl asleep. Who can she be? So who else? Oh, well, hello. Did you make our beds? Did you wash away at the dishes? Did you dust the place? Uh-huh. I'm the Princess Snow White. It figures the queen tried to have you erased, eh? And you want to stay here with us? Oh, please. Let me stay. I'll cook for you. I'll sew for you and clean and okay. So stay.
Good job Wally Wood wasn't drawing this one.
Yeah, innit, eh?
I think that was for a later comic, not printed by EC. That particularly ticked off Disney. Yeah. So that's how Snow White came to live in the house of the 7 little dwarfs. And oh, what a difference her presence made. The little men learned a new way of life. Now, Lumpy, you didn't wash up for dinner. Now, dentist, you didn't brush your teeth. Now, stupid, you didn't hang up your clothes.
Stupid.
Now, crazy, you didn't wipe the dishes. Now, isn't that better? Look at this guy.
Oh, they're just going to get rid of her.
They're not very happy, do they?
He's got a pimp hat working there. Sweet. Yeah, you nailed it.
Poisoned apple.
They're actually disguised as the witch.
Huh. So it was us. Quick, guys, put your socks on the floor again.
That was a poisoned apple, you foolish, foolish girl. And then she dead? Yep. Come on, fellers. So the little 7 dwarf, the 7 little dwarfs stormed back into their spotless little house and proceeded to turn it into a miserable hovel again. Well, thank goodness. We're finally rid of her. Ever see such a fiend for neatness? Now we can be comfortable once more. The end. And we finish the issue off with another Jack Davis model nephew. Is that the vault keeper in a captain's hat? Look at the
Yeah, just looking at that. Beautiful,
Work,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, down to solid. Yeah.
Mm.
Cross hatching again. It'll fill in. Just leave it open just so you can focus on this guy's face. Go through and do all this brickwork and all this leaves detail. It's fantastic. It's great stuff.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's cross hatching here.
Mm.
It's all lines. Is that what you look like, Uncle? Uncle does ships in a bottle. Oh, look at that. Huh.
Wow. Wow.
Look at the work on that wooden floor.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Look at the exaggeration here. Really bent over and moving.
Yeah. He did somebody else running that before. We said he had him ducking under the word balloon on
Yeah.
the previous story.
And here he tilts that composition over so that he can get all the wording in and still have that impact. So I reached out to me and I inhaled the foulness of his aura, the putrid reek of his fetter, and then
Aftershave.
the light above us falls upon his face. Choke, Uncle. And there was probably something there. They ended up whiting out at the bottom of that balloon.
Yeah.
Might have been another good lord. Squaff on. The fog closes in about me, first gray, then black, and I slip into the merciful escape of unconsciousness, falling into the rotted, brine impregnated pier boards. They're rotted, brine impregnated pier boards.
Good Lord.
Of course. Of course, he's on a ship.
Mm.
Of course, it's the ship that the captain was working on in the bottle.
So he's turned into Ant-Man.
Yeah. I reach the wall of glass that rises upward around and over my derelict ship and down to the distant opposite horizon. Glass. It's glass. Oh, God. I stare out of my bottle prison at the distant coffin looming in the dawn light filtering through the mausoleum window, and I see the still damp captain's uniform draped upon it, still damp from the fog of the night before, and I know that I am doomed to spend eternity on the decks of this sham vessel, this ship in a bottle, forever locked inside its maker's breer. Choke.
Choke.
Well, idiots, what about Corks Up, CW's morbid mess mag for this issue? Oh, that about Corks Up. Is that OW's? Morbid mess mag. for this issue. We'll all see you next on My Humble Horror edition of Tales from the Crypt. In the meantime, if you want to meet more fiends like yourself, correspond with other creeps, wear pins and patches, carry identification cards, frame certificates, and generally act the fool, then join the EC Addict Fan Club, the EC Fan Addict Club. If you want to remain reasonably sane, don't do it. Bye now.
Wow. Look at that.
On the cover, their annual Tales of Terror. 128 spine tingling pages. I have never seen this book. This EC, I've never seen it at a convention or anything. This is some of the comic companies would do that. They do a large reprint book for Christmas for a gift comic, just to get another quarter out of people, out of reprints.
But you've got them, haven't you? You haven't got that. Well, you've got them.
Oh, that all the stories are all in these EC volumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are just reprint books. Fawcett Comics used to do that a lot. Every Christmas they'd do gift comics. That was 300 pages of previous printed Fawcett material. All their characters all in one book. Really big. That was a 50 cents or $1, something like that.
I was right about that other story. It says there, "Wish You Here." It was based on the monkey's paw.
I'm sure. Yeah. They borrowed from everything that they could during that time. And that's it, folks. That's the 4th volume of the EC Library from Russ Cockrum, hardback, issues 18 through 22, volume 4. Haunt of Fear.
Wow.
Fantastic. We have one more volume to go. Do we want to cover that or just wait until next October?
No. We want to cover it.
No.
We don't want to wait until next October.
No.
No.
No. Whoa.
Somebody might boil it.
Oh, we're getting a little interference there in the bottom of that camera. Somebody might boil it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boil it. I might boil it.
I shall say this only once. Boil it.
Wow, my camera seems to want to break up here. There we are.
Wow.
More Haunt of Fear next week then, folks. And the chat will be live. We will be live. Look at that. I'm getting a lot of interference there on that camera line. And here I supposedly swapped my router out for better internet. Go figure. Anyway. Folks, we deeply appreciate you stopping by. We'll get into the 5th and final volume of The Haunt of Fear next week. That'll be covering issues 23 through 28. So we'll get to that then. Look at that beautiful cover. Another ghastly cover. It's phenomenal stuff, folks. We'll be here next week with that. Chat will be live. We'll be live. We're sorry the chat wasn't live today. I am currently at the Grand Rapids Con this weekend. If you want to swing by, if you're in the area around Grand Rapids, Michigan, stop by, say hello. I'll give you a free Arrow comic in color, copy of Hero Bot Zero, or maybe even Only Death Can Save Us.
Woohoo.
Stop by then. We appreciate you being by today. If you enjoyed this program, tell your friends. Definitely give us a like. Any type of interaction you have with whatever platform you're looking at us through. If you can hit that bell for notifications or subscribe, we deeply appreciate it. Every little bit helps to get us out in front of other noses. We love looking at this stuff. We've been doing it for a couple years now on great comics like this. We are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. You can go over there and enjoy our programs anytime you need a couple hours. If you're working to just look at some great old comics and talk great old comics, that's what we do this for. We're inspired by it. We love doing it. We don't ask for money for doing it, but we do ask, if you enjoy this program, that you read our work. So I deeply appreciate you doing so, or enjoying any of our programs here. Thanks again for stopping by. Russ, please tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Go over there and sign up for the email list. If you want to see something I'm working on at the moment, wishes for issue 4. This is the short story of Lethal, one of the first original characters we've got, all made up by Randy.
Oh, look at that.
And you'll find out what all this is about when you pick up issue 4 and see this short story in it. So there you go. Best thing to do is to go to russleach.com and sign up for that email list.
Yes, great fun stuff. That's at russleach.com, folks. Go over there and sign up for that email list. We don't bombard you with a lot of emails, just the necessary news to help you stay informed about the Atlantean and how you can get it. So deeply appreciate you doing that. Glenn, please tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me mainly on Amazon. I've got 12 books on there, lots of magazines, different books, science fiction, children's books, all kinds of things. Or you can just put my name in Google and something will be presented, I presume. But yeah, mainly something will pop up. You never know. Mainly Amazon. On that, go to Amazon. You can see my stuff there.
There we are. And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my work at you look for me wherever books should pop up here and there, eBay maybe, I don't know. Currently writing Atlantean 5 and working on a collection from the first comic I got printed in Indie Comics called Tales from the Aniverse, along with magic artist Susan Van Camp, and a third volume that's going to have a ton of people in it, a lot of different versions of those characters. If you ever saw that back in the 80s, it's been 40 years since Tales from the Aniverse #1 came out. In December, it'll be 40 years. And we're going to celebrate by doing a great collection of all of the Aniverse material, and including some new stuff. Hope you're around for that. You can find that work. That'll be offered over at fundmycomic.com, the campaign for that. And it won't come out probably until middle of next year, probably towards the end of the first quarter. We'll start the campaign for that. It'll be a 3-volume set. The first volume will collect all of the Aniverse stories in it and short stories. And there's been a number of them. It'll be quite a large volume. And then the second volume will be Susan's Varsel's Vixens material that she's very proud of, that she worked on herself. That'll have a freshly painted cover by Sue and new material inside also, and production work that Sue did of Sue's work. And then the third volume will be a collection of all of the production art and fan art that we had, including a couple of proposals, a movie proposal and a Turtles crossover that never came to be, and as well as a lot of other notes about Aniverse. Just about everything that we can think of that is Aniverse related will be in those books. Looking forward to doing that set. But in the meantime, folks, again, if you're around the Grand Rapids area, I'm at the Grand Rapids Con this weekend, and hope you can stop by and say hello. I'll have copies of all of the Atlanteans over there, except #4 won't be there, but that's in production. I think I can get away with selling Atlantean 3 there. I think everybody's got their copies by now.
Oh yeah, we can sell. It's going to be out on Amazon end of the month.
As well as I've got a few, not very many, but a few copies of this amazing collection that's got Shadow Kingdom and the first 2 Atlanteans in it. Look at that cover. I love that cover. I had absolutely nothing to do with this cover, but I love it. Fantastic. So proud of it. And again, thank you so much for stopping by. Go visit your local retailer. If you're looking for great sequential artwork, go visit your local retailer. Look at those boxes that very few people might look at, closest to the floor or whatever. You'd be amazed at how great the comic book, the sequential artwork that you will find there, and hopefully pleasantly surprised. Comics also make great gifts for the holiday season. There are some fantastic reprint books out there that are very affordable. A lot of them are very self-contained as well. You do have to be careful with some of the Marvel and DC books of the continuity that go all over the place. It's easy when you buy them an anime series because every book is numbered and the series is in order. But with the Marvel and DC books, they go all over the place unless you get a very large collection of that work. There's also a lot of great independent works out there like Bone and ElfQuest and things that make fantastic holiday gifts for folks that might not necessarily read comics, but would be entertained by them if only they took that opportunity to read them. So we hope that you do that. If you've got a favorite comic that we haven't looked at yet, something that you think that we need to take a look at, drop us a line, drop a comment off at any place, any of the platforms you watch us at that'll allow you to do comments. Let us know what we should be looking at, and we will definitely take it under consideration. So for future episodes. And there's a lot of stuff coming up. I want to do some Vaughn Baudet, some Daniel Torres, maybe some probably some Carlos Esquera eventually as well. Well, we've done Carlos in the past. Done a lot of Alex Toth. We've done a lot of EC work, a lot of Kirby work. There's still all of Kirby's Fourth World work to go through. There's some great.
We need to do Cam Kennedy as well.
Yes, we do.
Carlos Esquera.
The Apocalypse War. Absolutely.
It's yeah.
There you go.
Lovely work.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic stuff. We looked through Stainless Steel Rat not too long ago.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Just fantastic work. Folks, again, thanks so much for stopping by. We're going to be back here next Sunday at 9 a.m. for Eastern time for some more Haunt of Fear. Some more great EC comics and your comments as well. And we do this twice a week. We also have a show on Friday at 5 a.m. Eastern time, where we look at more comics. Next Friday, I have no idea what we're going to look at, but it's going to be great. So we just looked at Kirby's Challengers of the Unknown. We spent all of October going through Kirby's giant monster stories that were fantastic. We are archived, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on this show, but we are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. And we welcome you to go in there. And we know the majority of our viewership comes after the fact, and we deeply appreciate you for being there. And we hope that you enjoy those programs. Let us know. Drop us a comment and hit that like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything except for a little press of the button. So, and it helps us out a lot more than you realize with our algorithm getting underneath other people's recommended lists. So thanks again for stopping by, folks. We're going to see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.
Yep.
We appreciate you being here again. Try to do and make this industry better than what you found it. You know, there's so much trolling and negativity, drama out there on those antisocial platforms, and comics. They're an entertainment platform, folks. You're supposed to be entertained by it, laugh, and escape your life for a while, not be reminded of it. So they go out there and do that. And especially lately in modern comics, superheroes were always a fantasy genre. They weren't meant to be realistic. They were meant to be fun and escapism. And we're not seeing enough of that out there at the moment. And I know DC's got some plans to do better. Marvel's got some plans to do better. I just saw an ad for a Thor Shazam crossover book that looked kind of interesting. They're trying to get back to where it is, but again, it's not going to be as good as the older stuff, the stuff that we look through. And there's so much of that greatness out there just waiting for you to discover that you need to go out there and take a look.
I know how they could get back to former glory, these comic book companies. Good stories and good art.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Just quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'd get a lot of attention if they just go up there and fire everybody.
I know 3 people who could do good work with Marvel and DC.
There you go.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Folks,
they
again,
ain't
take care.
employing me in a hurry, though.
Yeah. Take care, everybody. Thanks a lot for being here.
I think we just about got it. We just about got it covered, haven't we?
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. Sorry, Randy. Sorry.
We can do it. We could run our own comic company as far as that goes, if only the distribution was better.
Yeah.
So if there was a way to be distributed. And by the way, we should mention that the Atlantean is available in Portuguese and Danish and now soon in Russian. We're very proud of that. We're going to be we're looking for more opportunities to be out there and looked at in different translations. So if you have a comic company or know somebody that does in a language that's not Danish, Russian, or Spanish, Portuguese for
Particularly
Brazil,
French, I would have to say. Yeah,
French,
I'd like to see
Italian,
in French.
love to be out there, folks. Let them know. The Atlanteans are all individual stories meant to be read and enjoyed individually or together as a group. There is a solid timeline to it, but everything is broken up by volume. You can enjoy each volume individually or in a run, and we deeply appreciate it if you did. Again, folks, take care. See you on the next one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Let's do that.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is chores. Hey, honey, don't grab that. It ain't chores.
Joke's on you, bitch. I love this shit.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Nope.
Oh, that wasn't there for very long. Sorry about that, folks.
Hello, motherfucker.
As he sits each day at his board, alone with his characters, Jack Kirby is far from lonely.
I haven't got the trappings of a circus, but there in my mind is a very active and bright and colorful place that's as good as any circus that I've ever seen. And I live with that, and I enjoy it immensely.
Look what I found. It's a marijuana.
Honey, that's a skunk.
Then why does it smell like you?
Honey, stay right there. I'm coming.
What the fuck is the matter with people in this business?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Not right now.
A girl's gotta have her standard.
Girl's gotta have her standards. Oh, come on. Let me scroll down here. It's not doing it. Why is that being so mean? Now on Sunday mornings, it's not it either. There we go.
If you look at something and there's nothing there.
It's not allowing me to scroll down. I'm being very irritated at this. I can't get to
how not to drive your
how what not to what?
How not to drive your podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Transparency is the key, folks.
No.
No.
No.